Hey guys, welcome back to another video. We are back for round 6 of the VFL Tier 1 and we're around the Hungary. As you would have seen from the clips, it was a pretty frantic qualifying session. On the first lap we completely lost it on the curb, broke our wing, but luckily managed not to retire. This is the fastest lap throughout the session, which I was pretty pleased with, only being about just under a second off the pace. I think it's probably the best qualifying I think I've had yet all season, and just seeing the progress from the first round to the round where we are now is quite encouraging. I was considering for a short time maybe going back down to Tier 2, but I want to do well in Tier 1. I'd rather be doing big races in Tier 1 than being at the top in Tier 2. But anyway, as you can see, it's a bit of a scruffy lap, made a few mistakes here and there, definitely a lot of time to be found, a lot of improvements, but overall pretty happy with it. Just managing to get a decent lap in, come around the final corner, currently sitting 17th, but when we cross the line we're going to go straight up to P10, and after everyone else has finished their laps it's P12, so really very strong qualifying for us, very happy with that. But going into the race, I've noticed I was having some problems with my clutch. You see this on the formation lap. My mind didn't think to pause it and let the game drag me off the start line. I just sat there and struggled. And I was hoping this was only going to be like a glitch, but it turns out there was a problem as well on the starting grid. You see the 5 red lines are all out, and just not being able to move at all. See, it's up in the first gear, it just will not go. Get hit at the backside, so very frustrating after such a good qualifying session. I then decided to pause it and realised that worked. So after qualifying 12 and well hoping to get a few places into turn 1, we're already down to 18th. Got a Sky up in front of us who we've managed to caught up with on the first lap. I believe he had some contact from possibly hit the back of us, and there is an Alpine round covering the track there. We just managed to avoid it, have to go off the track, and then we get past Sky when it goes back to green flag running. And just around the next corner there is Poppy and Tristan who have had a collision, and the safety car has been brought out. It was virtual, but then it got turned to proper safety car, and we're up to P9. So after that terrible start we've gained 3 places after all the safety cars, people have pit and all the collisions. So back to green flag running on lap 4 using the ERS, and just having quite a comfortable little gap. Ferrari in front of us, Taramax who was spun round, again very easy to do on that corner. That's another place for us, open to P8 now. Right behind MOC LFC, which we've had some really good battles with this year. We seem to be quite match drivers, I would say. Hopefully he doesn't find that as an insult. But yeah, pretty good battle. We just try to stay with him. We just managed to do. You've got DRS. DRS, he has a little bit of a lock up, or breaks a little bit late. It's one of the corners before one of the hairpins. Easy up the inside. Just make sure we have to get a good exit, as we do, and up to P7. So yeah, at the moment things are really going well. The recovery drive is, well, it's going absolutely fantastic. And as I say, that 3 cars in the pits, we're actually up to P3 now. So after that terrible start, dropping to P18 within 10 laps, we're now running 3rd. Of course we have to pit, but I was only planning to do a 1-stop. So things are looking very encouraging. And then on lap 12, safety car out again. I would have loved if it would just come out just the lap before, or just a few corners before, just so I could get into the pits. Pulling into the pits, into the hard tyres would be the only stop, and as you can see again, clutch problem. So luckily I managed to pause it and get back underway. But yeah, I really don't know why I didn't do that earlier. So after the P8, got a Monza Q3 style restart lap. It's a bit like Mugello in 2020. Remember that massive pile up? And on lap 17 now, on hard tyres. Yeah, just trying to navigate through the corner. We've got Oda, who's just went around the outside of us up into turn 1. I'm sure he's going to try to stick it down the inside up in turn 2, which he does. Just allowing a bit of room. Obviously he's on the faster tyre than us, so it's Tristan as well. So just no point fighting too hard. because the pace just isn't going to be there. There is Sick Boy, who is spun round, or got spun round. Again, a very difficult corner. We see that happen a lot this race, and now we're up to P9. So yeah, things are going quite well actually, considering it's a bit of a shame we had a bad start, because it would have been nice to see what we could have done. There's Tristian just getting on that forbidden curb. Just, you cannot touch that at all, because you will die. That's Tristian's just demonstrated for us there. And up at the P8 again. Now we've got Tom Taylor behind us in the sister Aston Martin, DRS, and maybe some ERS, so are we, but he's just got that slipstream. He's just closing up down the inside. Try getting a switchback, but just ain't going to happen. We don't have the speed for it, so we're just going to filter in to where we're at now. And just a few corners later, Tom Taylor has got on one of those forbidden curves and hit the wall. He's spun around, he's out of the race. Steph is also out of the race apparently. And it's another safety car, so safety car number 3 decided not to pit. It's all going to go to the end now, and we're currently sat in P4, so things are looking quite encouraging. But we do have these older medium tyres, and there's a lot of fast mediums runners behind us. Dark Inferno, this is definitely the highlight of the race for me. Just sending it up the inside, and we decided to stick it around the outside, but more worn out tyres. And we're side by side for pretty much half the lap going up to the hill section. We just managed to get out in front where he backs out. Still running side by side, running a little bit wide. We let him get the inside of the exit of the hairpin, and we're going to actually stick it round the outside off the chicane, and just managed to keep it in front of him before now have the inside line for the next corner. We've managed to keep ourselves up into P4, which is, well, it's probably hindered me more than helped me, but it did look pretty cool. If you look on the map in the bottom left hand corner, the amount of cars behind us now is, well, it's insane. There's loads. It's just sending it up the inside again. We just managed to keep around the outside, have that inside line, and this really turned out to be a really, really great battle. Probably one of the best battles I've had. Maybe the best battle I've had. I'll let you guys decide from what you've seen. But this is where I kind of knew, he's going to get past at some point. I was expecting a big lunge up in turn 1, which is what he does, so let him have it. Try to stick him behind, but that does open the door for Mirko behind in the Alfa Romeo, who is going to try to stick it round the outside. We do make a slight bit of contact, but luckily there is no damage. We just managed to keep up and out, but this is where things are really going to go pear-shaped. So I'm not quite sure what happens here, but I'll just let you watch it for yourselves. Yeah, so from my opinion, I backed out because I didn't want to fight too hard. The Red Bull's coming past. Me slowing down, I ended up getting punted from behind, so it's a bit hard to say who was at fault for that. I'm not really too sure. I don't really want to be pointing fingers, but yeah, it's a shame because it's really undone. Really good race for us. We have to pit now. We sped in the pit lane. It's a 5-second time penalty, and things are really starting to go to shit. But pit for a wing, and you guess what's going to happen here? It's going to be another clutch issue. I just ain't unable to pull away. I don't know why. I really didn't think about pressing the pause button until too late. But yeah, we are on the softs now, so that's good, I guess. Yep, safety car again. So currently set in P12, only 2 places at the points. There's only 13 drivers in this race, but look at this. This is from M. Ferk behind us. I'm not really sure what happened there, but he somehow managed to get past. The game's allowed him to get past on the safety car, and yeah, I don't really know what happened there. Anyway, safety car in, race restart. We've got about 6 laps to go. TRT Sick Boy again, just very quick, just no point really fighting him too hard if you want to get some places. Ferk has crashed. He's got onto that one of those forbidden curbs. Again, it's another one of those accidents. There's been so many of them in this race, and we are now up into P11, so only 1 place of the points. As I say that, there is Dark Inferno in the Ferrari, who was fighting earlier, who's had an accident as well into the wall, so that's promoted us up into P10. Things are really starting to look good now. Tristian, again, done what he did earlier on that forbidding inside curve, and he spun around and now we're up to P9, so things are looking really, really good, and I'm starting to think maybe if we can get onto the guys in front, we might be able to get a good position, but with the penalties applied and the time we lost, we ended up finishing P10, so it's the third P10 in a row. It's really not a bad thing, but definitely getting to the point now where I think we can get a little bit higher than that. Thank you for watching though, hope you have enjoyed, and yeah, these races are definitely getting a lot better, so stick around because I'm sure there's going to be some really good ones to come. Thanks for watching.